So I went back to rehab again. I had just gotten out of prison, and I had just gotten over being homeless for a period of time. And I went into treatment, and I was like not bought into it. I was like resigned to the way I was living. I figured, nothing's ever gonna get better, nothing's ever gonna get changed. And then it changed. I had one person that had entered my life that looked like me, who sounded like me, who had a similar past as me. I related to him, and I immediately trusted him, and he was able to just tell me it's gonna be okay. He was raw, he was 100%, he wasn't reading out of a book, it wasn't scripted, it wasn't the same mumbo jumbo I've heard in treatment the past 9 times. It wasn't just this person's job. They were really passionate about the work that they were doing. And he sat down, he spoke my language, and he basically said, listen, this is where your life is headed, and you have other options. And it was really the first time that somebody explained to me that I had other options. I really thought that I was gonna keep going to prison, I was gonna keep being homeless, I was gonna keep hurting people and myself and eventually die. Like I believed it to my inner core that was my life. Had you told me anything different, I would've called you a liar. And then this dude that looked like me, talked like me, but he had overcome the same problems I had. He was sober, he was happy, he was getting married, he had a house, he had a car, he was cool, he was young. And he explained to me that I had options. And I said, listen man, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. And I did. And that's what changed. I was doing crystal methamphetamine, I was doing heroin, cocaine, GHB, you name it, I was doing it. And I got picked up at the border, highly under the influence with 5 people in the back of my trunk. And I went to prison. That was the first time. I was 19. I went to prison. I did a drug diversion program in prison. I got out of prison, had to go to another rehab, went through that treatment center, started selling drugs while I was in that treatment center. Not too long after that, one of my best friends, he died. He overdosed and died in my bathroom at my house, and sorry. The police came, and I got arrested for selling heroin. And I went back to prison. Part of my sentence that I took was that I would do a split sentence, meaning I would do half of the time that I was given, and then the other half I would do in a drug rehab. So I got out of prison straight into rehab. And that is where I met this man who looked like me, talked like me, acted like me. And he showed me a way out. What's going on with the treatment centers today is a lot of unethical and illegal activities. There is patient brokering, where basically they're selling patients to you for a price. There is paid relapses, meaning people are paying clients to relapse so that they can restart insurance benefits over again. There is highly incentivized treatment programs, which is illegal, where they basically will buy you a phone, buy you a vape, buy you a plane ticket to treatment if you're not from wherever that treatment center is. And then they'll also house you for free. I know this because I've worked in the industry. I've worked at every level of care, and I've worked with a lot of these places. People are getting lied to. Families are getting lied to. They're being told things that are not true. Had families if they really knew what was going on, there'd be lawsuits. People would really be closing down and getting arrested because it's unacceptable. If my daughter, God forbid, she was struggling with addiction and things had gotten to the point where she needed to go to treatment, there's probably about this many places I would feel comfortable sending my kid, honestly. The mission, the vision for Brian and I, when we started this, we said enough is enough. We took a stand. Listen, opening my own treatment center was never part of my plan. I didn't wake up one day and was like, I want to own a treatment center. No, this really developed and became a thing due to the lack of quality ethical programs. You know, what it was we were having clients coming to us begging for a solution because the place we sent them to wasn't working out, because the place we sent them to was doing some of these unethical things. Well, as a fellow parent, the main thing is your child's safety. It's the main reason you're even looking for help in the first place, is because there's something wrong. You know, there's a battle happening internally in your son or your daughter, and you want some help. And we are here to help. We are here to help you. What I would look for my daughter, for my stepson, the things that I would want out of a treatment center, out of a professional who's gonna work with my loved one, I would want to know that they can reach my kids. You know, they could build a relationship. They can build trust. If you can't establish trust or a relationship or some sort of connection with your client, if they can't buy into the idea that they can live a sober, happy life, then no amount of therapy is ever gonna change that. They need to want it. And that's something that here at Sober Life Recovery Solutions, we do, and we do very well. We show them that they can live a happy, joyous, free life, and it's young, it's cool, and it's hip. They buy into it because that's who we are. That's who I am, that's who Brian is, that's who our staff is, that's what our office is. You come in, it doesn't feel like a treatment center. It feels like a hangout spot, a clubhouse for young men and women who want to be sober. And it's all about wanting to be sober. How do you take someone that doesn't want to be sober and get them to want it? You show them that it's cool. You show them that it's fun. You show them that it's better than what they've been doing. And that's what we do. It's who we are, down to our core. And all you have to do, honestly, all you have to do, it's as easy as a phone call. All you have to do is pick up a phone and reach out for help. That's the first step. And sometimes you gotta break it down to baby steps. If you're on this page right now, you need to call. If you're watching this video, you need to call. It can stop right now. You do not have to keep living the life that you've been living. There are other options, and I would love to talk to you about that. There's a number on this page. Click it right now to call me or to schedule a time for us to have a conversation about what you want and how we can help. That's it.